Hi, my name's CJ. I'm a movement artist, movement coach. I teach the realms of yoga, fitness, PT, just holistic movement in general. Yeah, there's my sport and my movement background in general. There's a bit of a history. I started swimming when I was with my parents, like 2-3 years old. First of all, I was kind of just getting into it. I got taken to athletics. I was doing judo, martial arts, kung fu, through my early childhood at least, and then it transitioned to rugby. So I was doing rugby for most of from the age of like 6 till 16. But alongside that athletics was a really big passion, and there's so much. I was doing boxing as well. I had 4 amateur fights in boxing, but then I had to decide whether I wanted to do that, rugby or athletics. So I chose the pole vaulting in the athletics.
Wow.
So yeah, with the pole vaulting, I started that when I was about 13. Very quickly I started to go through county. Then at the age of 17, 18, I represented Great Britain. I did that for a few years at European Juniors. I did the Youth Olympics. And then I decided to transfer to Jamaica, so I competed for Jamaica in the pole vault, and that was the main focus. And did the Athletics World Cup, and then after that I retired from the sport, and I found solace in yoga. I felt quite like sort of beaten up and a bit, tight in areas, a bit out of balance from the event, from like really hammering it for so long. So I found yoga just a bit more like holistic movement, trying to open up my body again, where I was quite stiff and strong, very specific. And here I am now, just teaching, enjoying it so much. I find still my movement, my ethos is movement decoded, so I try to take glimpses of everything, all the martial arts, the capoeira, the athletics, the fitness, and see where they all interlace, coalesce, and then open and expand from there, where it's all just one movement realm. And just have fun at the end of the day, that's it. Pole vault is a crazy sport because there's so much of different aspects and elements. Like in sprinting, you have to have a fast twitch and it's very unilateral, you're going. In pole vault, there's the sprinting side, you have to be able to jump, long jump, high jump, so there's a lot of power going through your body there. You have to be relatively mobile, quite open in your body, able to receive quite a lot of impact onto your body. And so there's a big gymnastics element in there as well as so much coordination. So you would think that it's quite balanced in the body, but it's very one-sided, very unilateral. So I started over years really getting in tight in certain areas of the body, really loose in others, so I could literally walk around in a circle. I felt quite imbalanced. I had injuries in my back. There's a lot of hyperextension of the body, and if you don't honor that or take care of it over the years, it will creep up on you again. So after I finished competing, I started to just enjoy yoga as my rehab and my sort of active recovery in athletics, and then I really started to find my passion in that movement realm, just really balancing again, really just coming back to center. And so coming from the pole vault, where it's quite intense on the body, I just wanted something a bit more fluid that could just take reins, and so I can have a straight back until I'm 80 years old plus. My injuries, they were so spread out over my career, very intermittent, some just niggles at the very start. When I was about 20, I was just sprinting, doing a session down the track, and all of a sudden my lower back just went like seized up, and I ended up trapping a nerve quite badly in my lower back, in my lumbar spine. So that put me out for about 6 weeks of rehab there. And then when I came back from that, because I was still so out of balance in my hips and my shoulders and things like that, I ended up tearing my hamstring about 2 months after that, based from the injury from the lower back. So then there's rehab from that, and again, it being such a specific sport, you train for specificity in pole vault. So when I finished that, when I was transitioning out of that, I started to really understand and honor all the realms my body can go, not just this side being so strong, not this side wanting to be open, not one leg being my jumping leg. Wanted both to be just as equal as each other, and understanding every single dynamic movement the body can do, and all the spiral lines, the twist, the extending, the flexion, everything. Working synergistically and working together, I was finding that so much more coming away from a specific sport. So that's where the path kind of took me on this, and that's why I'm here now, feeling a bit more balanced, a bit more comfortable in my body, and just enjoying movement in general. While I was pole vaulting so I was studying, I got a scholarship in America, that's why I was pole vaulting there. And I decided to come away from there. I decided I didn't want to do a degree, so I joined the RAF in 2014 until 2018. And I was competing for the RAF and pole vault, competing internationally and things like that. So that's where that was, that ties in. And that ties into why I started yoga, because I was a PT in the RAF, so I decided I wanted to take people going through prehabilitation and people suffering from injuries from tours and things like that, and just stress and anxiety in the field and everything. So I put in a business case to teach yoga, because I knew it would help me so much with my pole vaulting. And I ended up getting my teacher training through the military, teaching military-wide. And after that, I decided to come away from the RAF, and I sort of packed up all my bags and moved to Bali, because I knew that was the hub for yoga, for movement, just for holistic movement in general, just appreciating the body and the mind, the health a little bit more. So I moved there for about just under 2 years, and that's where I met my mentor. That's where I really understood yoga, the philosophy of everything, just embodying the practice a little bit more. And my mentor out there was also a capoeira instructor, so that's where I was like, what is this? Like, this is like just crazy dynamic movement. It's just everything. It's the understanding dynamicism, acrobatics. It has to be flexibility, mobility. There's cultural aspects with singing and leadership, and it's a martial art, so you're exchanging and interacting with people. It's a fight, but it's also a dance. So there's many unspoken languages within the movement realm, at least, as well. So after that stint, I came here and I decided to just spread what I've learned and just teach in different studios, hold workshops, and just keep spreading the truth of what I believe is my truth, at least, and helping other people along the way with that. The movement, why I do the movement, why I try to share different aspects and realms of movement, why I think it really helps is, as a society, as people, I think we spend very much time in our sort of mind, our mental thinking patterns, mental modalities, and really sort of, in essence, confined by our language we speak, our spoken verbal language. And I think movement is a really nice way to pull yourself away from that and start to articulate yourself and express yourself in ways that you might not be able to try and conceptualize in your mind. So with coming to yoga, with coming to different movement classes and modalities and things, you're opening your body in different ways, you're becoming flexible in ways that you don't need any external factors, you don't need to pull in anything or gizmos and gadgets, it's just your body you're opening up into. And there's a lot of things that you want to say that sometimes you struggle to say, so that's why I think movement helps so much, just a bit of an unspoken language, being able to express and allow yourself to come out of the mental modalities sometimes that we kind of get trapped in, and feel the body a little bit more. And that's where a lot of our intuition is, our creativity, like just appreciating our body, our life, I guess. Definitely because of what I was doing, the nature of what I was doing with the athletics and the pole vault, I guess ethos in society, in the gym world society, is very much based on aesthetics, as you all know, like the godlike figure, like it's very much outside in, how you're perceived and things like that. Whereas I've kind of gone through a little bit of, because of my training, I wasn't so much thinking about that. It came as a result, an accessory of my training. So people come to me as clients like, I want to look like you, but I've never done it from the outside in perspective. What I like to really breed as a mentality is enjoying the process, enjoying it, having it feel good, having it come from inside out. And there it becomes enjoyable, there it lands on a real premise, a real foundation, then it's long lasting. It's very, like you see so many people, they go through like a yo-yo cycle of through the gym where they look and feel good, but how long can it be maintained because you're reaching for some sort of external validation? Or whereas if it feels good, if every single movement you're doing just feels good in the body and you're opening up along the way, you're becoming more flexible in the body, flexible in the mind, more creative, that's what you already start to notice the difference once that consistency starts to happen. Having that healthy relationship with the movement, with the training, where again it's coming from inside and out, and then you start to embody that a little bit more inside out rather than outside in. Yeah, it's the external validation versus how you feel, and how you feel from inside out will really reflect and last long through your training, through your livelihood, I guess, through the lifestyle.